It was a normal working day until the time it happened. And my phone rang and I could see it was my nephew. And then when I picked up the phone, he just said, "You have to come now." There was a bomb. Daphne Caruana Galizia was my sister. She loved books, she loved art, she loved beautiful things. So she became Malta's first female journalist, and she was using her own name. And people didn't really use their own names then. She didn't talk about fear. She gave an interview 10 days before she died, and she spoke quite candidly because it wasn't meant to be published. And she spoke then, of waking up every morning with this churning feeling, anxiety of what is going to happen next. It's particularly about what she was reporting on. She's not working in a normal environment. She had been subject to all kinds of threats and intimidation for many years. Her dogs had been killed more than once. The first time when the children were very young, her home had been set on fire twice. The second attack was particularly ugly because it was intended to kill her and her family while they slept inside the house. In the end, she was killed. And my phone rang. I didn't even ask him where he was or where she was or if anything, I didn't ask anything. I just picked up my keys and I ran. I was there in 10 minutes. And I just arrived and they weren't going to let me in because the road was closed. And they were still putting the fire out. Due processes can only establish individual culpability for the actual crime. They do not look into whether the state failed to protect Daphne. The media scrutiny, the support of international NGOs, the lobbying of other governments, international organizations, all of it helps. Because in the end, it's not just about Daphne's case. We want a state that does its job properly. The government has been more of a hindrance than a help. That is the reason we ask for a public inquiry.